Hello, Zero here, and welcome to another episode of the Manager series, a 100% lore playthrough of Lobotomy Corporation. In the previous episode, we finally got to the third and hopefully final cycle. We're 95%. So, background abnormalities, you notice that we got 95% before we restarted the cycle. That's mainly because the backer abnormalities and the joke abnormality is not counted. As far as I know, the joke is not counted. I'm pretty sure the backer abnormalities are not counted. So we're 95. Anyway, let's hopefully do a sort of speed run. Let's go for what? Let's go for 5 days. Because in the previous cycle, we spent... Yeah, in the previous cycle, we spent... Call this. Yeah, in the previous cycle, we were mostly doing 4 days per episode. So we'll try a 5-day episode. And that's likely because probably won't be meeting any new abnormalities soon. So let's just try and finish this as soon as possible. That's weird. Right, we acquired half the energy. Please check how much working time. I don't think that much. We're gonna be spending that much time here. And once this is done, we are done. And I think I can still send Haru one more time. Haru. And we should be done. Plus 7, 54 plus 7, that's only... Maybe I can send this 2 times, just for fun. Plus 8. That's already over. That should already be over. Already plus 7, 74 plus 54 plus 7. That should be 61. Alright, just one more. Give me a good one. And this one, who else needs this? 58 plus 6. Oh, we can push that over the edge. Yeah, that's already over the edge. And as expected, they pushed it over the edge. Not really. Void Dream would be great for farming temperance. Well, let's see. Ooh, Shylock. Shylock would be nice. But I don't have time to wait for it to go to the right location, so let's just go for Scorched Girl. Welshire's not really good. First off, it's Zine, so we are not going to get much experience out of it. Right, we finally saw Yesod's robot form. in this screen because it's a third cycle. Right, wheelchairs is bad mainly because there is a minute, at least 5%. There's no 100% chance in Lobotomy Corporation. There's the critical miss chance. All right, let's just grab. Let's just hire others. So there's a critical miss chance, and if you get a critical miss with open can of wheelchairs, even your strongest employees can die to it. So it's not really good when it's good in your first runs. We got it in the first cycle, so that was the ideal thing. We got it in our training team that early, so that was actually pretty good. 1401. But at the third cycle, no. It's not something you'd want at this point in the game. Right, sorry, Chloe. I think the hair color's kind of weird. It's a bit too dark. Right. Velasquez. Eight. And just resurrecting our people from the previous cycles. Two. Ice is 13. 5 and 2. Yeah, the hair's kind of weird. Either that or it's just because I'm not wearing my glasses. Oh, Velasquez. It should be S. Alright, it shouldn't matter. Can we fire employees? Alright, customize. And London. I think it's because it's dark because I haven't added the... I haven't added the 40. So quick fun fact about Lobotomy Corporation. These RGB I'm entering right now isn't the actual RGB. So if you take a screenshot and put it into, say, I don't know, Photoshop, GIMP, Paint.net, and use the eyedropper tool, the values are actually lighter, or I mean darker. So this one should be I think you need to add light, because if you're going to use an eyedropper tool, you're not going to get the right value. So I'm adding 40 to the HSV, the value, I mean the lightness. I'm adding 42 to 45 just to get the right value. Alright, that's London, 01. I think the hair is better. I've already added the lightness here. But for Chloe and Velasquez, you kind of screwed up there. Okay, 1823, yep. Now, for the ego, what do we give these guys? Let's give them a gun. This is fast. Let's give them really nice weapons. So this is white, this is red. Let's give a black weapon. Ego suit, another. Let's just give them all-rounders. Ooh, Temperance 4. We don't have Temperance 4. This is Scar. I'd love to give the sword sharpened with tears. Let's just go with ecstasy. Can't grab that. Let's go for Hornet. Alright, get inside work. It's still at that. Alright, we're not going to be farming that. But while we're here, we might as well try to farm our people. 66, Temperance 4, Temperance 4, Temperance 3. Oh, sure. Camille is still not that. Let's try to finish this. The information team. Just +2. Even though it's good, it's just +2. That's a problem with TET classes. That would be Christopher. Would be Harlow. And we are good, I think. Chloe got a +5, so TET can give you 2 or 3. Right? Now let's just finish this. Or if we want to have some fun, you can. Now let's have some a bit of fun. This thing can get a bit boring. Let's see how our overpowered people stack up against this. Let's even give a shield to our... Okay, this is something that I wasn't able to show yesterday. So this mod that we're using right now shows the health of our ordeals or abnormalities. Really, we were even able to finish it before we finished today. Alright. Hopefully we get the hay class. That should speed up our farming. Well, cheers, you're bald. Not good choices. Singing machine. Singing machine. Singing machine is a stat checker. Let's just double check with the codex. Yeah, it's a stat checker, which means if you send an agent who has higher stats than what it checks, it does something wrong. So, singing machine, not great. Fragment of the universe, also not great, but at least it's better than singing machine. Right, let's take a look at each thought. And zoomed in. And zoomed in robot form. And how many minutes are we now? We are at 15 minutes. Let's hire Galena. Lena is 6, 7. Ice is 15. Yeah, Galena, Maki, and London were not really farmed that much in the second cycle. We'll try to fix that in this cycle. Okay. Yeah, that looks like Galena to me. So this one is attachment, which is great. Can't complain. Since that's something we need to farm anyway. And it's better than the old lady. Just it can be kinda annoying. Let's give some baths to them. Already got Hornet, right? Nope. Alright, let's give them Hypocrisy. As for the suit, another Crimson Scar. Let's go for an all-rounder. Can't get Justice yet. Alright, let's just go for Ecstasies. I don't like to think. Alright, Fragment of the Universe. Let's give it to Chloe. Velasquez with that Z. So who else here isn't maxed out? Temperance. Insight. Oh, Aro's still not maxed out in Insight. It's not level 4 in Insight yet. Resting. Oh, why did you use Repression? That's interesting. Why Repression though? I think we may just misclicked. So that gives us 2. Annoying, but that's just the way it is. Fragment might breach. That would be fun. Alright, let's see this Amber Dawn. How much of a joke it is with our current batch of people. Perfect Food is just 35 HP. That's just one shot with Exuvie. Or actually one shot of lots of our weapons. What the hell are you doing, Galena? One-shotting the enemy, eh? All these shots are just collateral damage. No, that's how that works. Alright, 51-4. Need a hay class so we can farm faster. We almost got a singing machine, but again, singing machine? Come on, at least something like, I don't know, Rodolta? Ooh, this is gonna be interesting. Who is the match? Who is the match? London's the match? Let's see. Send everyone to suppress it. Laughter? It's only 120 anyway. Well, that was anticlimactic. Alright, let's just end the day. Spending way too much time on that. Ooh, Rodolza. Let's just go with Happy Teddy Bear. It's a hay class. It's just what we wanted. Finally, let's go grab Mackie. Mackie's 21, so and deep red hair. Alright, we have lots of law points, so I'll just raise their law by temperance by 3. I could give them a suit, an all-arounder suit from here. Like Letitia or Magic Bullet. Well, Mackie was wearing the Magic Bullet earlier, so I think it's fine. Another person wielding Ebony and Ivory. This... I mean, it's 45. It doesn't matter. And we lost a bunch of bear paws when we killed our... D-class got killed. Okay. See who else needs this. Alright, 40 sheet 4, 40 sheet 4, Adam. Prudence 4, Quinn. Insight. Let's just give it to London. A lot of skills. I can just alternate it between people. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Right, this is kind of weird. Our insight work is sort of failing us. Alright, last one who worked on it was Colina. I sent Velasquez over. Ooh, it might breach. Nope, not yet. And still 2. Right, who else needs this? Yeah, +3. +3 to +4, right? I think we're good. Maybe we can just put people to Happy Teddy Bear and waste our time with this guy. Maybe. I mean, waste our time with Fragment. Ooh, Mirror of Adjustment. Heart of Aspiration. Nothing really great. The notes is best. Carmen sounds nice. Right, let's just wrap up these 2 days and call it a day. Okay, maybe I can even go for 6 days. Yeah, I still haven't gotten to 30 minutes yet. Alright. Let's just work on the tats. Adam still hasn't gotten yet. Hmm. I'll go with this first. Maybe we can just alternate departments with Teddy Bear. I don't want this to breach so we can beat it up again. Chloe was the one who worked on it. Lascals. Ode. Print's not enough. Root of understanding, what a joke. It's not even taking any damage out of it. Alright, Adam's still gonna work on it. Bells are kind of weird for Happy Teddy Bear. I guess there's some bells there? Maybe? Eh. Right, you got bonus for prudence and fortitude. Still don't have level 5s. I'd like to have a mod that replaces this with Ruinas. And the Ruina style. Change the art style for Ruina. But yeah, it makes sense for that. For that. But we'll not talk about Ruina. Gonna get there soon enough. Got a crap ton of love points. This is going to be alternating. Fun. Alright, just for fun, let's put people downstairs immediately. Yeah. +3. No, that's only 40. That's only temperance 4. London was the last one. Nike doesn't need to work on that. They're only 80. Mine are weak to most attacks. So the only reason this died is because they explode after death. Not as extreme as the fixers, but still something to watch out. Galena was the last one. I can get Velasquez again. Okay, zoom out, huh? And that's that. Nameless fetus, holy. Probably armor is fine. I mean, we can grab... We can grab grab another sword, but I'd rather have a high class. Schadenfreude. Red shoes. Red shoes just triggers when you have low temperance, right? Temperance level 2 or lower. And that's allurement. But overall, it's a good place to farm. Let's just grab the red shoes. So this is a recording of B. Let's get Pansy, Victor, and Dakota. And we are probably gonna get a Vav here. Hopefully we get a Vav. $14, 6, and 3. You know what? I'll just pump them up. Yeah. We're not using the lob points anyway. Victor. Yeah, that's Victor's weird face. So I can't take Victor seriously. And the eventual captain of the team. That look. Let's see our egos. What do we have? Require level. All of them require level 5. None of these are level 5. So we're going to need hay class for farming repression. That would be Schadenfreude. We just missed on the Schadenfreude bus. I really don't want to use Schadenfreude. I kinda don't want to use Schadenfreude because you can't really look at some things when you got Schadenfreude. Don't have justice. Don't have that much all-rounders here. Let's go grab Letitia. I only have one Letitia, huh? Interesting. Right, this would be the last day for this episode. Alrighty then. Can start grabbing some 64 too. Yeah, I can start sending people here. Temperance 4, Temperance 4. Right, Galena and Mackie are going to... Oh, Mackie's already 5. Let's see who else here has low attachment. Add them. Shoot 4. No, I'll just use this for insight. Rather not waste my time on punishing Bird or the other haze apart from this guy and this guy. Alright, might as well use it. Change my mind, I'm gonna use it. Right, who else? I'll just focus on Camille. I can focus on Camille so that Camille can get... So 64... 64, 85... Alright, 60... 66 minus 85, that's 19. So I need the plus 19. Let's just focus on Camille. Give her some lipstick. Lena was the last one. Try and get Adam to do that. Boss meltdown 1 degree. Oh, I think Velasquez can do it. Hey, who else needs this? This is normal, this might breach. So let's just... Nope, no breach. So it gains 4 every time you work on it. Can get Galena over to work on this again. We get some lipstick out of it. Still a normal. Might get someone out of control. Thankfully, our lowest people are not there. They're currently working. Plus 10. Need more. Doesn't have that high of temperance. Let's see how easy the greens are. This should be pretty easy still. 150. You're already at noon. Interesting. Lena was the last one in the Happy Teddy Bear room. I can grab Adam. Already plus 10. No need to get them to work on that. Maybe I can get Happy Teddy Bear to let us go up to 13, 2 more. 2 more so I can get level 5 Prudence. What can I use with level 5 Prudence? Sound of a Star? Maybe? One more. Well, 2 more, just to be safe. Adam was the last one. Man. Plus 18. So we're going to send Camille one more time. So let's get the hay class that we can use to farm Justice on. Alright, we're good. Yep, level 5 Camille can now equip Sound of a Star. Old lady Letitia. I'm not sure if I can farm Letitia for repression. No. Alternative would be 1.76 megahertz, but it's that all around helper. I can use that. Yeah, I can use all around helper for instinct for repression one. Yeah. Alright, this is Odd. Odd in her robot form. What do you think about the Sephira? Well, they represent trauma. Ace trauma and the individual employee's trauma. And we've already solved most of their problems. Let's give Camille the ego suit. Can't use Sound of the Star. It's only Da Capo. And I can now use Da Capo also. So before we end, let's just hire Vera. And it's Velasquez with an S. $22,700. 195, 192, 229. I think this is Star Eyes? No, not Star Eyes. I think we can use this. Fortitude, we can farm Fortitude. Let's just farm Prudence with that. You can even farm Prudence or Fortitude with all-around helper. Or we can just leave it as that. Alright, this is Farah. 35, 3, 7. And let's give them the newly vacated. And let's just save. And retry today to save the game. Anyway, that's it for this episode. We were able to finish 6 days. 5 to 11. Yeah, we were able to do 6 days in one episode. Thanks to the fact that we didn't unlock anything new. Anyway, that's it for this episode. Next episode, we are going to try to push towards safety team. We will reach safety team. I'm not sure how far into the safety team we are going to reach. And with that, let's go to our typical outro, which is me telling you that new videos come out every 12 midnight UTC or 8 AM Philippine time. And if you want to watch me record these episodes, I am on Twitch. Yeah, just follow me on Twitch. I don't have a set schedule. I am recording this at 3 AM in the morning. But usually I record at noon or at early evening. And that's it for this episode. We have nothing else to say, but hope to see you in the next one.